Good evening, my friends. This is our 25th day for this quarantine meditation. Even though it's already in the middle of April, but here in 2 hours to the west, away from Boston, in the town of Lennox. Here is the Eastover place, and it's still snowing today, so it's still very cold. This week has been kind of windy and snowing, sometimes hailing as well. You also can see the weather change a lot. It looks like it's going to have a sunny and warm day, but suddenly it'll become cold and windy. So please take care of yourself and get cold. Today, for the meditation part, we still would like to review the meditation. So far right now, we have shared with you about Anapana, the breathing meditation. The other part is about Vipassana, insight meditation. And I've been thinking about started from tomorrow, we still have kind of 3 days. I'd like to share with you another kind of a new technique about observe our thought, our mind. Frankly, I have been kind of very hesitated to, kind of teach too many different techniques, because for meditation, you really don't need to, maybe good to know there was a many technique, but the problem is if you don't, or if you practice, you never get to the point to have a good experience. Then it becomes just knowledge. Just like, we have been teaching a lot of a story about Zen, talking. But a lot of time, we do not have that kind of experience. And remember that Buddhism is data, is not information. It's not talking. It need to be practiced. It need to be have experience. Of course, for the scholar, that's their job. They are doing the academic research. They have to teach. They have to talk. But I think that come to religion, I've been thinking about, I have shared with the people, like my goal, the meditation is for enlightenment. Maybe if I say this, maybe many people will not really happy with what I'm going to say. I have been thought about this statement. I feel like enlightenment is not religion at all, because everybody can attain the enlightenment. And enlightenment is nothing to do with worship. It's kind of the mind to the reality, bring, just like we are doing science as well, and philosophy, and different way try to gain the truth and the wisdom. Okay, so enlightenment has, nothing to do with the worship that much. It's just you need to know the way and then the practice. That's what I feel. Okay, so tomorrow we'll review the insight meditation. Before that, I want to share with you that I try to come early, like 10 minutes before 8 o'clock, because there was a time that once when we started to do the live stream, use iPhone to do the live streaming, not really use the Wi-Fi, so it wasn't very stable. In the past, especially a few last week, I know there were several times has an interruption. This indeed is a disconnection, and sometimes even when I share with some Buddhist teaching, and it shows like a disconnection, so I have to get up and to restart it again, because I'm be alone here doing the operation by myself. So what this has, I think that for this almost more than 3 weeks with this live streaming, it has been teaching me that we have to accept imperfection. We always wish that life is perfect, but when life is perfect, that means that only when you accept it, then the life will be perfect. Okay, so this is what I learned, and I myself also appreciate that I can come here 10 minutes early and kind of sit quiet and not to talk. Sometimes when you are really in the meditation and make a talk a little bit different, a little bit difficult as well. Okay, but anyway, let's start meditation today first, and then I will share with you about what we're going to talk about, 25 preparation for the good meditation. Okay, again, like a slogan: body, breath, mind, body, breath, mind, 身习心. The body started with the 7 step, Vairochana. The step, okay, the first one, your feet closed, half lotus position or full lotus position, both will be fine. Of course, full lotus position, even better. And then your back upright, and relax. And then you sit circle, clockwise, and counterclockwise. What is the fun for this? To make sure that you sit stable and also losing your muscle. And as I mentioned that during your meditation, if you find your body are really tense, use the center of your body and then shaking kind of a twist left and right to relax your muscle. That's allowable, okay? And then now your thumbs slightly touched, palms, right palm on the top or left palm on the top, it's okay. And then shoulder up and put it down, and chin not up, not down, but horizontally pour in. The tip of your tongue behind your upper teeth. Then eye closed. Okay? Feet back, hands, shoulders, chin, tongue, eyes. 7 steps. Now you have a good body posture. Always remember the posture is upright and relaxed. Never lean on wall or lean on fence or lean on couch, the back of a sofa or the back of a chair. You can sit, if you sit on the chair, maybe half, don't lean on anything. The back upright. Now, breathing. Bring all your attention to your nostril, your nose. And breathing in, breathing out. Your breathing should not make any noise. No panting, no gasping. The breath, long, subtle, fine, is better. No coarse, no breathing. But not manipulate your breath, no breathing either. Just observe it. Now you are knowing you're breathing in, the air come in from your nostril, go down to your navel and full of the whole body. Now you know the air comes out. You are aware about your breath is long and your breathing is become very stable, very no rough breathing at all. Now let's start it with our Vipassana meditation. Start it from top of your head and extend it to the upper part of your head, the skull. Extend it to hold your whole skull. That means pay your attention and discern the sensation on the part of the body. Detect, is it heavy? Is it sore? Is it pain? Is it numb? Is it cold? Or is it hot? Or itchy? Different kinds of sensation. Now the whole skull Now move to your forehead. Right eyebrow, skin, right eye, left eyebrow, left eye, left cheek, right cheek, left cheek, the mouth. Now the whole facial sensation. Your neck, the back of your neck, the front of your neck, now the right shoulder, upper shoulder, upper arm, right upper arm, right elbow, right lower arm, right palm, first finger, thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger. The sensation on your right hand. Now move to your left hand, left shoulder, left upper arm, left elbow, left lower arm, left palm, first finger, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, pinky. The sensation of your left arm, left hand. Now move to front torso, your chest, the sensation of your chest. You will realize, aware of many movements. to your back. To your waist. To your right hip. To your right thigh. Right knee. Right leg. Right foot. First toe. Second toe. Third toe. Fourth. Fifth toe. Now move to your left hip. Left thigh. Left knee. Left leg. Left foot. First toe on your left foot. Second toe. Toe. Fourth toe. Fifth toe. Be aware that I did doing a little bit faster when I give this instruction. Then when I give a first time's instruction. But when you do it, you may slow down the pace. Means you can do it slowly and raise the awareness on the sensation and each part by part. After you do this, you will feel very warm and sometimes even sweating on your body. Especially when you're doing your own meditation, you sit for an hour, you can do it reversely from the toe and up to your head. You can even spend just the whole hours and doing the scanning back and forth. Now let's find the strongest sensation on your body. Where is the pain? Where is the sore? Where is the numbness or itching? Go there and then analyze it. is the pinpoint, tiny area where exactly is the area you feel pain. What pain means? What is exactly the sensation of pain or numbness? Remember, because we try to bring Anapana or Vipassana meditation, also Metta meditation, and also share with some Dharma into less than an hour. But if you practice meditation by yourself, you may be able to sit for at least 15 minutes and then use slower pace to practice one of the techniques. You can do Anapana at least for an hour, or doing the Vipassana for an hour. Now let's start with our metta meditation. Metta, M-E-T-T-A, means loving kindness. It can reduce our thought of anger, hatred. So let's send in the loving kindness, thought, and prayer to ourselves, to the people we know and we do not know, and extend to the sentient beings in the universe. May I be free from the infection of coronavirus and other disease, free from suffering, and be well and healthy. May my spouse and my children be free from the infection of coronavirus, free from suffering, be well and healthy. May my parents and brothers and sisters be free from the infection of coronavirus and other disease, free from suffering, and be well and healthy. May all my teachers, students, be free from the infection of coronavirus and other disease, free from suffering, and be well and healthy. May all my friends and neighbors be free from the infection of coronavirus and other disease, free from suffering, and be well and healthy. May all the people in this country be free from the infection of coronavirus and other disease, free from suffering, and be well and healthy. May all the people in this world be free from the infection of coronavirus and other disease, free from suffering, and be well and healthy. May all the sentient beings in this universe be free from greed, hatred, and ignorance, free from suffering, and be well and healthy. May all the doctors, nurses, and the medical personnel, caretakers who are in the front line risk their life to save other people's life. Be free from the infection of coronavirus and other disease, free from suffering, and be well and healthy. Let's sing our thanks, gratitude, and the prayer to these caretakers. May all the political leaders free from the infection of coronavirus and other disease, free from hate, hatred, and evil, free from suffering, and be well and healthy. We pray these political leaders have the wisdom and have a compassionate mind, adopt humanity and measure to save more lives, create harmonious society and peaceful world. May the people who die of coronavirus will rest in peace and be reborn in a happier, better, healthier world. May all the people got infection of coronavirus and other disease free from suffering and get speedy recovery and be well and healthy. Now it's the time you can send some special prayer for the particular individual. I pray for more safety, environment, our little friends, the child. Amitofu. Let's wrap in our hands, cover our eyes, massage your forehead, your head, ears, and shoulder, arms, your back, thigh, your knees, your legs, and your feet. You may open your eyes now. Okay? Today I'd like to share with you about the third category in 25 condition or preparation to have a good education. And in the third category means the discard or abandon these 5 hindrances. The first one is craving, the second one is anger. Now we come to the third one called sleep. Abandon sleep. Well, this is a kind of looks very controversial issue because nowadays everyone try to get a good sleep. I think that in our long history, in the ancient time, people kind of pray sleep. It's a sweet sleep, good sleep, and then come to the certain time in our human history that we think that sleep too much, it's waste our time. But now, in modern time, we face in the problem called sleep deprivation. Many people do not have a good sleep. So what is going on here? Okay, the first one, before we go to kind of, the theory, let's share with you some, kind of more like an experience, okay? Right now, many people cannot sleep, have a hard time to fall asleep. And, people sleeping pill. And very interesting is every time when I teach people meditation, and we started to do the breathing in, breathing out, kind of accounting for, the breath. And many times you find out that some people started to snore. Yeah, they fall asleep. They say they have a difficult to fall asleep on the bed, but every time they sit on the cushion, they fall asleep. So as I was joking with them, I said, then you don't need the sleeping pill anymore. Every time you want to, go to get a sleep on the cushion. Okay. Of course, I would like to re-emphasize for that will be, the meditation, the purpose of a meditation is not to let yourself to fall asleep. It will be on the contrary. Because the meditation is trying to keep yourself very clear. Your mind should be very clear. So when my students, they come to the meditation and they say, if I feel sleepy and I fall asleep, what should I do? I said, then go to sleep. Have a good sleep and come back to do the meditation. So remember, if you're doing the meditation, while you are doing meditation, you always fall asleep. Okay, maybe it's they, cannot fall asleep when they, lie on the bed. Let me tell you, that is not purpose for meditation. In long term. And what will be the good for when you do meditation? Everybody talking about, help you concentration. Let me tell you that I have experienced that in 1979, that was my first time I went to the temple and started to do the meditation. Of course, I have a great experience. From the first time, 2 weeks of meditation, the first one, it generated the experience of renunciation. That is why I shaved my head and to join the order. And it has been 40 years or 41 years. And I also remember that, during that time, when I have the great meditation, that in the temple, in the monastery, usually you go to bed at 9 o'clock, they start to strike and then 10 o'clock, that means literally means open the 开大镜. That means everyone in the monastery, we have to stop all the activity. Everybody have to go to sleep. So at 10. And then in the morning, at that time, we woke up at 5 o'clock. So you hear the wooden bowl was hitting, and then the bell. That's the time. 5 o'clock, you wake up. So it's total 7 hours. And I remember during that time that at 10 o'clock, usually, you know what, before you go to, kind of lie down, on bed, everybody is supposed to, brush your teeth, wash your face, and then sit on your back and doing the meditation, and until 10 o'clock, you can lie down. I remember during that time, when my head the pillow at 10 o'clock, and then, heard the ball hitting clock. Within these 7 hours, you know what? It's just like one second. That means when my head hit the pillow, the next second wake up, it's 5 o'clock. What does it mean? What does it mean? No dream. So if you really have a good meditation experience, there was no dream at all. And what does it mean? You definitely have a good sleep. And I want to talk about that why in this text it mentioned about if the sleepiness is a hindrance, it means you sleep too much. You spend too much time for sleeping. I think the scientists kind of calculating that if one person live up to 90 years, that average people has 36% time to sleep. What does it mean? That means that if you live long up to 90 years old, that means in life you probably sleep, they are 2 years. You have been sleeping, in the sleeping, status. So we do sleep a lot. But nowadays our problem is we do not have good quality of sleeping. In the agricultural life that I think that most people follow, when the sun set, go to sleep, and when the sun rise, we go up. But right now, because we are in this electricity, time, in our house, in our room, we can lights on, so working, during the night time. Now, people also try to have a more efficient work. So people drink the coffee, even use some kind of a spirit and drug to get excited, keep have energy and to do many things. So become drug addicted. Or if you cannot sleep, then try to drink more alcohol and see if it kind of become more relaxed, can fall asleep. Well, the problem is if we keep using these materials, coffee, things with caffeine or alcohol. These are the substances and always have an effect. It's not really come out from our body and then from the inside to balance our body and mental situation. So if you can, through the meditation, to adjust the sleeping, I think it's better than to own the drugs. or some substances. I remember when I was the abbess in San Diego, one time there was a lady, rushing to the temple. She told me, she said, "Oh, you know what, someone asked me to come to talk to you." So when I sit down with her, and she, in the middle of sentence, and she will tell me, say, "Oh, no, I have to go home. I forgot to turn off my gas, to my key." Then I told her, I said, "Well, sorry, I don't think here is the place for you to come. I think that you have to go see your doctor and maybe get the medication, not medication." Yeah. In that situation, because she already had a very serious anxiety, and as I always mention, that the meditation is good to maintain your health, but if a people has a serious disease, in that situation, you cannot count on the daily meditation. You still have to seek in for some medication. So I just want to make a clear, of course, in our life, you need to try not to rely on the medicine or some kind of drugs. But in this meditation manual, it indicated that sleepiness, too much sleep, is a hindrance. It means if your mind is always in very muddy, blurred situation, even when you sitting on meditation, you fall asleep. That means your mental situation, you do not keep it when you have to have a kind of totally relaxed, let it go, and have a good sleep. And when you get up, you have a good spirit to practice. You cannot have this situation, and you always in a sleeping situation. They were not good for your path to enlightenment. So in the practice, even for what we call the 6 paramita, one of them is called diligence. And this is what I want to come to. The project I have found or I have conducted is called Woodenfish Project. Some people misunderstand. They say, "Fish? Are you doing fishing?" I said, no, it's not fishing. What happened is, if you go to the Han tradition, the Chinese Buddhism tradition, you're not just Chinese, you go to Japan and then Korea, the East Asia Buddhist tradition, the Han Buddhist tradition, then you will find that in the temple there was a piece of wood and carved, become a fish head, or you see the shape of the fish hanging outside the dining room. Especially the one in the main shrine called wooden fish, because it basically it's a sculpt into the shape of the fish head. So it's called wooden fish. And it adapted from the meaning meaning is from Chinese classic text. It originally is not from Buddhist text at all. It's from Chinese text. And what happened, the paragraph in this text is because the fish always had the eye, during day and night. And that means what? You are so diligent, and not lose your time, waste your time, but diligent on your practice. And so the Chinese Buddhists, they took this meaning, this symbol, and then, carve a piece of the wood and become the fish head, and then use as a Dharma instrument. So if you look at the piece of a wooden fish, what does it mean? The first one is diligence, working hard, because the eye is open, so that means awakening and enlightenment. And the third one means harmony, because the monks and nuns, when they sit in main shrine in the temple, when they chanting the sutra, they have to follow the rhythm of the hitting wooden fish. Usually when you chanting the sutra, the rhythm, the pace have to start it from slow and finally become faster. So everybody have to recite the sutra in unison. So the wooden fish have three meanings. One is awakening, secondly diligence, and the third one means harmony. So here I want to kind of re-emphasize is the meditation is, the purpose of the meditation is not let you fall asleep while you are doing the meditation, but you have a good rest, and then you have a sober, clear mind. When you're doing the meditation, you still keep it very clear, and that will be the right state to help you on the path to enlightenment. Okay. Too much is, kind of a mind is not good for the. Okay. So I like to do a kind of a pre-announcement. Today is our 25th day, so we still 26, 27, and 28. And these 3 days, I will start kind of another new technique about observe your mind or observe your thoughts. Apply the emptiness analysis. Kind of look very in detail about what that means about thought. And then, as I mentioned, we would like to have like a 30 days on this program. So 29 and 30, well, the first one, on the 29th, I would like to share with you that drinking coffee, when you are drinking tea, it could be also one way of meditation. And then on 30th, the last date, I will invite a guest, Venerable Hui Sheng. During this time, the kind of self-isolation, he also living in this East Center. the funny thing is I rarely to see he himself, lock himself up and then doing 2 weeks intensive. And he told me that he has a great experience from the meditation. So at the last day, on 30 days meditation, I will invite him to share with his meditation experience. So, follow up our, class. And I will see you tomorrow